Bom dia. Agradecemos.
Morning. We would like to thank you all for having joined us today to celebrate 15 years of Cetic.br and the release of household ICTs and health ICT conducted by the Brazilian Internet Steering Committee throughout Regional Center for Studies on the Development of the Internet Society, which is a department that is linked to Brazilian Network Information Center, NIC.br. I would like now to invite Mr. Valhof Cetrek, who is Director for Innovation and Digital Transformation for UNESCO in Paris, Professor Harmut Glaser, who is responsible for the Brazilian Internet Steering Committee in Brazil, Professor Demigetsky, who is responsible for Brazilian Network Information Center, NIC.br, and Mr. Migon Marcio, who is coordinator for the Internet Committee in Brazil, and welcome you all. Now I'd like to turn over to Cedric, who has the floor now. You may proceed.
Thank you so much, Alexandre. I'm still trying. Oh, you have the video now. I see. It's a pleasure on behalf of UNESCO to be here today and to celebrate Cetic's 15th birthday and anniversary and to contribute to this opening of the webinar. We all come to Cetic to learn about innovations, methodology, to network with leading scholars and practitioners. Headquarters sent before the COVID pandemic every year program specialists for training to Cetic. How comes? Well, two key reasons. First, under the outstanding, capable leadership of Alexandre, Cetic has become a UNESCO Category 2 center, which is key for implementation of UNESCO's activities in the CI sector. And I will say a few words on this in a second. But the second reason is, of course, that data production.
Are you able to hear me?
And analysis has become key for evidence-based policymaking in order to foster inclusive knowledge societies. Since 2005 already, Cetic has been a leading center for producing ICT indicators, public statistics, and studies on the use of digital technologies, and has not only actively participated in, but led discussions and methodological innovation internationally. But in 2012, Cetic.br has further expanded its scope of action by becoming a UNESCO Category 2 center with a mission to contribute to building inclusive knowledge societies through information and communication, and with a special focus on Latin America and to the Portuguese-speaking countries in Africa. But its reach is de facto far beyond. First, Cetic is of course known to develop capacity building in the area of survey methodology for ICT indicators and disseminating international framework for measuring ICTs and best practices worldwide. This has strengthened capacities at the global level. Cetic has also played a crucial role as a knowledge center for information and knowledge society, disseminating and sharing relevant multilingual information on ICT's indicators by consolidating a clearinghouse on ICT survey methodology that is accessible to all. Equally important, Cetic has stimulated the production of innovative ideas among experts through their role as laboratory of ideas, producing qualitative and quantitative future scenarios for the internet, anticipating upcoming challenges related to the social impact of ICTs. Cetic has also supported UNESCO's development of Internet universality indicators since the very beginning and conducted the pioneering pilot assessment of these indicators in Brazil, the first assessment conducted at national level. UNESCO and Cetic have also cooperated on the massive open online course Tech for Good, which looks at ways in which stakeholders are coming together to answer big questions about what our future will look like in a hyper-digitized world, and also how to harness ICTs for the Sustainable Development Goals. I would also like to thank Cetic for their cooperation, notably in the field of artificial intelligence. Their hosting of the Regional Forum on Artificial Intelligence in Latin America and the Caribbean in December 2019 is testament to the Center's commitment to ensure multi-stakeholder dialogue on emerging issues so that technology is harnessed for sustainable development and social good. I would lastly like to thank Cetic also for the cooperation in co-developing with UNESCO a massive open online course currently under elaboration and dedicated to artificial intelligence and judicial actors. The MOOC will build on more than 17,000 judicial operators coming from more than 60 countries together, and this course will strengthen capacities of judicial operators to address AI-related issues. I would like to close by citing Demighetko, the father of the internet in Brazil, and the CEO of Nic.br, who recently said, "We cannot change what we cannot measure." And thank Cetic for their continued cooperation to ensure not only innovative tools for measurements are created, but that also innovative partnerships are established to take action and bring about needed change. So in this spirit, I wish all participants a fruitful seminar and wish happy birthday to Cetic again. And here's to many more side by side. Thank you, Alexandre.
Thank you very much, Cédric. Merci beaucoup for your kind words. Now I would like to give the floor to Professor Glaser. Professor Glaser.
Now I'd like to turn over to Professor Glaser. Good morning and welcome once again to another activity developed by CGI, Brazilian Internet Steering Committee, which also participates aligned to Brazilian Network Information Center throughout its study center conducted by Cetic. As Executive Secretary of CGI.br, I would like to welcome everyone who is following us remotely to celebrate Cetic 15 years in the measurement of the digital society, for the measurement of the build-up of a digital transformation for more inclusive societies. We are a multi-sectoral society which is made by representatives from the government, from the company side, the technological community, scientific community, and third sector. Together, 21 representatives, they work together to define guidelines, strategic guidelines to the better work and conduction of internet in Brazil and its governance, of course. Within its roles, CGI.br, which is celebrating 15 years of activities this year, as well as Nic.br, in addition to look after the reliable and positive structure for domain names and IP addresses allocations, they promote studies and development of ethical standards to allow network safety, internet services,